What makes you say that? Women
Well, ask
are hard
her.
to deal with?
Why do you prefer to be with men instead of women since you like both?
Okay,
She'll let her answer for you.
guys. Okay, guys, this is friendly fire now, but let's just say that my ex-girlfriend was like
Psycho.
woo, woo, throw it at her face, woo, throw it out everywhere, yeah, glass shatter. I
Psycho.
guess. Yeah, I guess I could say that. But it comes very selective in women as well, because I have had, an ex-girlfriend who was really, sweet as well. Didn't do anything wrong in any sense. I did her dirty, but
You
But
savage, nigga. Damn.
talking about that, it's also about statistics, like you're saying, how like, put 100 men like in a group. Obviously, literally 95 of them, 95% obviously would want to fuck, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that I don't want to be like a little angel girl, whatever the fuck, whatever. But you can't fight against statistics, and I think you're right about that. But you also have to put in like the back of your mind that there is like, very rare occurrences.
Yeah, but exceptions don't make the rule. You're trying to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, one thing about it though, if you prefer, what was it that?
Bring the mic a little bit closer to you so they can hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Right. You think that women are more difficult than men. I'm so sorry, but that's something that you accepted and you accepted in your life.
Right.
So that you can't just put everybody in one circle just because that one situation happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
No. It wasn't to say. The reason why I used her specifically was because she's bisexual.
Okay.
So she has a unique opportunity to speak about dealing with both men and women.
Okay.
And I asked her, who would you prefer and who's easier to deal with? She said the men. Right? So, because remember, because you were originally going to ask me, why do you feel that way about women?
Mm-hmm.
When I said that guys really don't want to be friends with women because they're hard to deal with.
But the reason she said that was because of the situation that she was in, because she allowed that to happen.
No, but she had two women though. One was good and one was bad.
Right. Okay, but she just talked about the bad one only.
Yeah, but she's a woman too.
Both.
Yeah, but the whole purpose of me bringing that up was just to show that like women are significantly harder to deal with than men are. Does that make sense? You don't think so?
No.
Come on, you arguing right now. You fighting right now. You hard to deal with right now. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I fighting with?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Then let me make it easier, ladies. Who do you think it's easier to please, a man or a female? Who has more? Let me make it simple. Who has more standards, men or women?
Women have more standards.
Women have more standards.
So
But
if women have more, hold on. Yeah, see what you did there.
No, you're confused.
If women have more standards, that means they're harder to please, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Men are way easier to please than women are. So women are harder to deal with because they have higher standards, which means they need more maintenance, which means they need more.
No.
It depends what they want.
In other words, right, a man has to bring way more to the table to get women than a woman has to bring to the table to get men.
First of all, that's what the man wanted to do, and that's the woman that he likes. So the woman and the standard that he has for a woman, that's what he's gonna get.
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is that even the pickiest of men,
Okay.
if I take the pickiest guy,
Right.
he's still not going to be as picky as like an average woman.
I don't think so, because everybody has their own type of pickiness. I'm sorry, don't look at me like that, but like I'm
See, look
just
at you.
saying the truth.
You're
Like,
confused and picky right now.
okay. I'm not being picky. I'm just saying the truth. Everybody has their own standards. Everybody has their own.
What I'm trying to
way of
explain
life.
to you, though, is
Okay.
that men have way less standards than women do in general. Even the most selective men, a lot of the times, are not as selective as regular girls.
I feel like women are very much selective.
That's my point.
That's the point.
That's the point.
Men are not.
What are your
Yes,
standards
they are.
for a man?
Men are not nearly as selective as women.
Well, my standards.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any?
Yeah, of
Yes, she
course.
does.
Oh, what are they?
It's just I would have to see a person, and I would have to see that man in person and see long-term
No,
personality.
before you even see the man.
Okay.
Like you go outside, you're with your friends.
Mhm.
What's your type of guy?
Yeah.
And standards for him.
Just physically.
Everything. Height.
Okay.
Physique. Race.
So, no, it doesn't matter for me. For me, it's the type of person how you perceive yourself to the world. Okay, so first of all, I'm not gonna want somebody that's like musty, somebody that
Right.
doesn't take care of themselves. Obviously, that's for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
of course. Unless you're that type of person that you personally don't care, like.
So
I don't
hygiene?
know. Yes, hygiene, 100%. You just have to look attractive to me. Like I have to like you. I don't.
What?
What do you mean? What?
What the fuck? I'm confused.
Okay.
See, that right there is a perfect example. You told me your standards. I'm confused.
How is that confusing?
For a guy, simple. Look good, loyal, and submissive. Done.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Pretty
like,
smile, pretty eyes.
you told me yours. I'm confused.
Yeah, you're like.
How are you confused?
It took you 5 minutes to tell a nigga he's musty.
Okay. I'm sorry that I don't. What? All right.
All right.
All right, here's the bottom line, man. Here's the bottom line. Women are pickier than men. Agree?
Depends on the
Disagree.
person.
You disagree? You don't think women
I've
are pickier
seen-
than men either?
Just because I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm listening.
I was saying
Hold
like
the calculator for me.
I was seeing women like nowadays their standards get lower,
That's true.
and I'm seeing it now and now because I feel it like with fear, it like brings her standards lower to almost to the point of men.
Okay. Real quick, for the rest of the ladies here at the table, these two think women are pickier, men are pickier than women. Any of you agree with that?
It's okay, by the
so
way.
only two girls think
Yeah,
men are pickier. Fine. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and use you as an example here.
Okay.
We'll go with you because you're 25, so you're going to be a little bit more refined in what you want. By the way, we got 20. What do we got? We got 20,000 of you guys in here. Yeah, 20,000 ninjas in here, man. Like
Plus
the video.
X as well.
All right, so
Also, she's 18, so it makes sense.
yeah, she's.
What do you mean by that?
You're
You're
young,
a bit younger, so you don't really
still have to
have the experience. It's okay, though.
All right.
Yeah, for now.
All right. What's the minimum and maximum age for you?
Let's start here.
25,
2.
28.
All right. 25 to 28. Minimum height.
Just taller than me, so at least got to be like 5'10", 5'11".
Okay. We'll go 5 10. We'll go give her more chances. Race.
I don't know. I like what I like.
Yeah, but what do
Which
you
is
like?
what? Black?
Yeah, you could put yeah.
You don't like white people? White guys? Yeah. No. Okay.
I done been
Asian?
pizzazz by one.
Asian?
Asian.
Nah. All right.
If he got tattoos. Asian with tattoos.
Okay. All right. Hispanic?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
All right. Minimum education for you?
Oh, bachelor's minimum.
Okay. Minimum income?
Let's say 60,000 a year.
All right. Can he be married or obese?
Can he be married?
Yeah.
Like married trying to talk to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Can he be obese?
No.
No.
Like
Thank you, Chris.
to the point that's like health concerning? No.
Yeah, 30 pounds overweight.
No.
Okay, so no. All right, let's see in your case how common this guy is, since women are not as men are pickier than women. And congratulations, you scored 4 out of 5 cat bags. About 1% of men meet your requirements. So do you think that men are that selective where we're only looking at 1% of women?
I don't know. What is their requirements? Like, what is their income requirements for a female? What is their race requirements for a
What did
female?
this discussion go back to?
You
Why
think-
are we talking about?
You think
Cat bags.
she came
What
back
is
to the
that?
show? She was gone for a bit. She came in. She came back.
Where'd you go?
Yeah, she was
No,
gone for a
but
bit.
I'm like, where does this
She
tie
took a
back
commercial
into?
break.
No, I think that women are more picky than men. I agree, but I'm like wondering where this ties back into.
So we're saying because of her actual results, her future is cat bags.
What does that
Pets
mean?
as like her future
Because she thinks that.
cat lady.
Okay, let's. I'll go from the beginning here. Okay, so this started right with the whole concept of can men and women be friends?
Okay.
My position is that men and women cannot be friends because women do not provide men enough value within a friendship to justify that friendship.
If they don't have that much.
Let me just finish.
Okay.
The only reason men are friends with women is because they have an ulterior sexual motive. That was proven during her phone call with her friend. And we've done this many times on other shows where girls will call their friends and say, hey, why do we never become anything? And the guy will admit, oh, it's because you didn't give me a chance. You had a boyfriend. I was shy. But the point is that he was not really friends with her because of her. He was friends with her because he wanted sexual access later. So that's what I'm trying to say. Men and women can't be friends because women, in general, do not provide enough value to men to validate the friendship.